Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are doing digital marketing analysis where we have website visitors data and we are creating a simple dashboard with KPIs like average session duration, average bounce rate percentage, average conversion percentage, then total page views and total visitor count. We also have charts like this where we will show sum of total page views and average bounce rate percentage by quarter. You can change it to year or month accordingly. Then comparison between sum of visitor count and average of goal conversion rate by month. What is the average of conversion percentage page by channel? Sum of visitor count by traffic source type, where we can see in what traffic source have highest number of visitors. Visitor count by campaign name, where you can see we have campaign 2. Sum of visitor count by page name. So everything that you see here along with what do they mean will be discussed in this part. So let's get started with this. So here is the website visitors data. This is data which is useful for data analytics of digital marketing campaigns. We have traffic source type like social media, direct or paid traffic. Then traffic source percentage is given. Visitor type is given whether it's a new visitor or returning visitor. And then visitor count. And this is for a particular day. Then it is given what is visits in thousand, what is the bounce rate percentage, what is average session duration, what is page per visit, bounce rate. So this is bounce rate in percentage. This is directly given. We'll see what we can do about it. Total page views is given. Then this is goal conversion rate. So every time digital marketing is done, a goal is set up. So this goal conversion rate will help us in finding that kind of information. Then we have channel, whether it was paid search or direct. Then we have conversion percentage for channel, and we have information of campaign name. So there are different type of campaigns. Sometimes there are festive campaigns, sometimes there are discount campaigns like Black Friday sale, etc. So they have not given specific names to these campaigns, but they have marked them as campaign 1, 2, 3, etc. And then finally conversion percentage is given for the entire page. So conversion percentage for page is given, and here page name is also given. Usually these pages are either product pages or like about us, contact us, service page. So this page 1, page 2 can represent some service or some product of that particular website, which is not given here, but however it is encoded, we can get that information. So this is the data, and after saving the data, we will open Power BI desktop. In Power BI desktop, we will create, because it's given as an Excel file, so we will load the Excel file. Now you can see this is the file. We will connect it. In the file, we have one sheet that is called data. That's what we got from YouTube. I will share this file with you. And we will now click on this sheet. When you are loading a data, make sure that traffic source type, like your headers and the columns, are properly aligned, like there is no header problem, so we can directly load the data. Now you can see data is loaded. Next, what we mostly do, we will create headers, and we will, for creating headers, we will add a text box here, and in text box we will mention what we are trying to do. So first thing, we will decide what height are we going to use. So here this is website visitors data analysis dashboard. So, and obviously this is for digital marketing campaigns, so you can mention that as well. This particular dashboard will heavily focus on KPIs. So here we will change the size to around 32, and we will select font color from here. So let's go with this font color. Another thing that you can do in Power BI desktop is if you go to view, from here you can choose your theme. So if you like any particular theme, you can go with that as well. I'm going with the default theme. Later I'm going to change it. And once we create a dashboard like this, so we can also give a dark background to it. So we can go to effects, and as a background color we can choose this, and then text will not be visible. So for text we will give a very light color here. So we have downloaded some icons that we can use in our project, and to use the icons we can leave some space here. So you can see we can simply create more space here, and we can align it to either left or right. So let's align it here. To add icons to your dashboard, it is very easy. Just go to insert. From here you will see options of images. So in one folder I have kept all the icons. So you can see we have this icon here. Let me change the view so that I can do the correct icon, even if it is not available. Yeah. So this icon I will use for the business purpose, like because it's a business dashboard. So as a business icon, we are going to use this one. So you can click on this text, and after clicking, you can go to general setting where we have the padding option. We can increase padding from one size. So what? After increasing it from one side, we can align the text properly. Now here is the website visitor data analysis dashboard heading for us. Now if needed, we can add more icons and more type of options here. So we can use full width like this, and obviously align it to this space, and we can give some space manually also. So there are different ways of showing a data like this. So now we have our heading ready. After creating our heading, now we will focus on more KPIs. So in the data set, we have many important KPIs like bounce rate, average visitors, etc. We will begin one by one by placing these KPIs in our dashboard. For placing these KPIs, we can create a simple shape. We can see a rounded rectangle shape is already given. So we can use this shape, and on this shape we can add a text, and we can add some icon also. So we can use a shape like this, and here we will place the heading, we will place the text, everything. So to show the text, or to show that particular visual, we will use a card, and in this card we will show that number, and then we will use some relevant icon over here. So if we start from top, like you can see average session duration is given. So we can add the average session duration here. And once you will add, it will show that number, like it will ask you what information to show, whether you want to show sum, whether you want to show average. So when we are selecting average session duration, obviously we cannot select sum. We will write what is the average of average session duration. It is showing 51.85. This is the average session duration in seconds. And what we can do now is we can go to its settings. We can select the call out value, and call out value is very big right now. So we have to fit here because we have to show different KPIs. So let's select 25 as a call out value, or 30 will be better. So yeah. And then this is category label, like where it is given average of session, something like that. So we can change for this visual, and we can rename for this visual as average session duration. So we don't have to write this much. This will simply be average of average session duration, and it will be in seconds, which is known. Now we can show this information, average session duration, and we can see how much space it is going to take. So now we have the average session duration, and when you will place it over your KPI card, you will see that it is not going to show, or it has a background, because of which we are not able to see the background of the card that we have created. So we will place it over it like this. Then we will go to general setting effects, and we will disable the background. Now you can see it is properly visible. For this callout value that we have, we will have a different color. So I will select a color like this, and we can make it bold as well. Similarly, for the callout or the category label also, we can do the same thing. We can show something like this and make it bold. If you are making it bold, you may need to increase the heading size. So now you can see it is placed properly, and now we will add an icon over it. So we will again go to inside option and click image. Remember, all these images are transparent images. So we have downloaded it from Canva, but you can download a PNG file which is transparent. Then it will properly set on a background which has a different color. Otherwise, it will take that shape. So we will place this over here, and now you can see this is one KPI. You have options of not selecting an image, but I am just showing you how to do this. We can select this entire thing, go to format, and we can say we will group all of them. So by grouping, it will become a group obviously, and then we can copy and paste them. So it will come as a group, and then we can change the data. So copy and paste. So simply copy and paste it here if you are using some other operating system. Otherwise, you can simply go with Control C plus Control V, and here we will place it like this. After average session duration, we have bounce rate percentage, we have conversion percentage. So whatever is your next important KPI. So here the bounce rate percentage is given. So what we can do, we can now click here, and after clicking it, you can see it is showing average session duration. We will just replace it with bounce rate percentage. So, and will not show sum of bounce rate. We will select average bounce rate. You can see average bounce rate is around 60.38, and we can simply rename for this visual. We can make it short. So we can write AVG bounce rate percentage. For bounce rate also, I have a different icon. So I will select it and remove it and add a relevant icon here. And I'll keep repeating this step for different KPIs that I have. So for bounce rate, I have this icon representing what is the bounce rate percentage. It is an analysis that shows how many visitors usually bounce after visiting a page. Like if you visit a website, you see the first page of the website and you just leave, the bounce rate will be 100%. But if you click a link and visit another page of that website, then bounce rate will be zero. So this particular percentage is average of what visitors are doing on the website. Now we have conversion percentage for campaign. So we will paste another time, and now we will just align it like this, and here we are going to show conversion percentage. So for conversion percentage, we will again click here, and after clicking we will just replace it. So conversion percentage, and then here also, because conversion percentage is important for, so sum of conversion percentage will not be valid. Average conversion percentage for campaign, so you can see average conversion percentage is around 14%, and we can rename it. When digital marketing is done, different type of goals are taken in account. So based on if that goal is met, this average conversion percentage will be decided. So we can select that, and for this also we will try to select a different icon because conversion is like a target. So we can select a target field like this. So a goal or target, whatever you want to call it. We are using this icon. Now you can see I have just increased the height of these KPIs and created 5 of them to fit the overall height of my chart or canvas properly. And after this, I'm going to change these values one by one. So we have done 3. Now we will click, and here pages per visit is given. So what are the pages or total page views? These are also important KPIs. So we will select this and select total page views. Total page views will be sum. So, and for the entire period, this is the total page views. So we will simply use sum here, and we will just make it like this. You can also select average here, but if you want to see how many pages were visited in that particular period, you can select the data accordingly. Next, we will insert another icon here. So we will insert some image, and for page views, we have selected. We have this icon and another icon. Whatever we want, we can use it for page views. Here also we have something like page view. And finally, we have visitor count. So in the similar way, if you want to display more KPIs, you can select them. But we are going with visitor count here. Here also we are going to select some, and we will just rename it as total visitor count or visitor count. And this particular guy over here represents a visitor visiting from laptop, just as the reference. Now, as I said, we have different palettes over here, different themes over here. So you can select any one theme. Let's say if we are going with this, so things will be automatically changed here. And obviously in effects, then we have to go with background. So this is the background, and we will reduce the transparency. And next is, if you want, you can choose different colors for your background. For example, for this KPI, we can select it. We can go to style, and from here we can select a different type of background. So let's say we are going with this background. Then if you want, you can choose different background for every palette, or you can go with any particular type of background. So it will be your choice. So let's say if we are going with this color, and for third, I'll select some other color. So if you want to make it colorful, otherwise you can leave it like this as well. So I'm just selecting different colors. It will be your choice if you want to go with other type of color. In such kind of data sets, visitor count is very important, and conversion percentage is also very important. So for example, conversion percentage of page. What is the average conversion percentage of page by different channel? So when a visitor is visiting, you will be able to see that we have different channels and we have different campaign types. So first, if we visit the channel, you can check. We have channels like direct, organic, or paid search. So what we can do, we can select a chart from here. For example, we can select a donut chart, and in donut chart, we can select conversion percentage by page. So this will be our value. In this value, we will select something like average or some, whatever you want to select, but this will be average. So this will be average of conversion percentage. and in legend we are going to add channel. So automatically it will select colors for different channels, which you can see here. Now we will go to our data set. We will enable legend so that we can see what color represent what channel. Next is you can see the heading is very small, so we can just increase the size of heading. So from here, and also the text color. So we'll select a dark text color, make it bold, and we'll increase its size. So it will be average of conversion by channel. And text wrap is off here. We will enable it and align it to center because we want our users to see what this particular graph is showing. Here, these are other labels, so we can increase the shape and size. So for example, detail labels are there. Their values are given with a size of 9. So we can also increase their size. They are only showing the category, but we can also show category and percentage of total or category and that particular data value. So that will be better. When we are selecting a data value, so we have display units and number of decimal places. We will select 2. Now it will be better. Finally, we will select these charts, and just to show some kind of boundary to these charts, we will go to General tab, Effects, and we will enable a shadow. So this is average of conversion percentage, that is for page by different channels. Now, when a visitor is coming to the website, we have some traffic sources. So traffic source type is given. So now I will create a copy of this chart, and in the copy I'm going to use another chart. So for this, let's use a bar chart, and here instead of channel we will select traffic source type, and obviously for your metrics or value that you have, we will select something like total visitor count. So we will just select visitor count. This is showing sum of visitor count by traffic source type, and we can see that most number of visitors are coming from this defect traffic, defect source, whatever it is. We can enable data labels to see those numbers as well. This is sum of visitor count by traffic source type. Let's create another copy of this chart. We can see once we have styled one chart, we can keep creating different copies of it or different. We can decide how many charts or visuals do we want to keep in one row. So here you can see we are keeping 4 visuals in a row, and we'll reduce the height a little bit because we have to give some space for the other visuals also. So we will adjust height accordingly. Now after displaying these two charts, next thing is we will select, for example, we have different campaign names also. We would like to see campaign wise performance. So I will simply change it to a clustered bar chart, and here we will just bring campaign name, and now you can see for campaign 2 we have most amount of visitors. So because it's a horizontal bar, so here you can see maximum width is only given 25%. So we can increase this width so that these campaign names are properly visible. We can increase their size also because important thing is to see these names as well. So now you can see in campaign 2 we have most amount of visitors. Because we have 4 campaigns, we can also go to bar setting here, and here color is given. So we can select campaign, it has highest value. So we will select a dark bar, then we can select campaign 1. Let's say for campaign 1 we want a different color. So we can select this. It will be your choice, but I'm just showing either you can use the same color or you can show different colors. For example, now it is campaign 4. For this, let's select this color. And now finally we have campaign 3. And for campaign 3, we are going to select any other color. So this way also you can manually change colors, or you can decide to use automatic colors as well. When you are running a website, there are many important pages. The page name or page title will represent your products also. So for example, this is page name. We will just add page name value here. So it will show all the page names, but we will use it in a chart. So here we are going to use this particular chart, and for this chart, we will use a funnel chart. In that funnel chart, we will select page name and then sum of visitor count to see which page has the highest amount of visitors. And we have to select page name as a category. You can see page 1 has highest amount of visitors and it will be given 100%. Then page 3 is around 62% of first, and page 2 is around 22% of the first. So this is how you can decide page name. Here also we have colors. So we'll show you how to show a gradient color. Now our brand style is gradient. Sum of visitor count. If it is the lowest value, it will be shown like this. If it is the highest value, it will be shown like this. So you can show that as well. So now you can see it is applied. So these are different ways, like you can show colors as a gradient, you can show different colors accordingly. We can do one more thing because these KPIs have rounded shape. So we can also go with a rounded shape here. We can go to effect and we have a visual border. Let's enable a visual border, and for rounded corner, let's give a 14 pixel shape, 10 pixel size. So now you can see we have a rounded shape. So we can copy them. You can go to home, copy format printer, and apply it here. We have to repeat these steps to apply it to all these 4 charts. Although it is not necessary, but you can do it easily here. Next, we also have visitor date. So in visitor, whenever date column is given, you will have a date hierarchy. You will have year, quarter, month, and day. So if you want, you can select any one of them. Let's say we want to see visitor count by month. So here we are going to use a line chart. And first of all, I will make sure that it follows the same styling. So I will simply apply the same styling here. And here we will select it and just increase its height, match the KPI height. And here I'm going to use 2 times the width of charts that are given above. On x-axis, we can either put quarter, year, or month. So we are going to put month here. On y-axis, we will select total visitor count. So we will simply bring. Now you can see we have this data. And first of all, now we have options like if you want to customize how lines are going to look. So you can see line width was only 2 pixel, we will make it 3 pixel. It is given linear, we can do smooth. Then if you want, you can select different color for it as well. It is solid, you can select either dashed or dotted. Then we can enable some markers also. This is y-axis, x-axis. So on x-axis, values are only 9 pixel. Let's make it a little bit bigger so that you can see the month name properly. Now we have sum of visitor count by month. In a line chart, we can add more value as well. Like we have total number of visitors, but if you want to show bounce rate, so you have a secondary y-axis. or you want to show something else, like what is the goal conversion rate. So if you see, I'm adding it in a secondary chart. So now you can see on one axis we have goal conversion rate, and on one axis we have this. You can change it to a area chart if you want to compare them. So now you can see we have a chart displaying sum of visitor count and sum of goal conversion rate. Goal conversion rate, we will not select sum, we will actually select average. So it will automatically be reflected in the heading. So this is average of visitor count, sorry, not average, where it will be sum. For secondary axis, it will be average. So this is sum of visitor count and average of goal conversion rate by month. This is a very old PC where I'm working today. So that's why it is very slow. Surprised that it is actually running Power BI. It's a model from 2011. Here also we can go to effects. If you want, you can enable a visual border, and you can select the same border color, and rounded corners we can select like this, like 12 pixels. So because everything is given like a rounded corner, so we will select it like a rounded corner as well. Before proceeding with the last chart, we can add some filters here also. So for example, we will use a slicer, and when you are creating digital marketing analysis reports, seeing visitor from a particular period or seeing reports from a particular period is required. So we can create this, and then we can add visitor date or year or quarter separately also. Let's add visitor date here. If you will do that, now you can see visitor date is given, and obviously font is not visible. So we'll go to slicer setting values, and we will select a light font color for them. We will make the font size bigger, big, bold. This slicer header, this is something also we are going to do. So now we have our date filter, and we can select one date and then another date. It will automatically pick the minimum and maximum dates, and then you can select them and data will be formatted accordingly. So that's how you can actually add. Next, we will see use of line and stacked column chart. So I will add a line and a stack column chart here. As we have created a multiple line chart and then converted it into a area chart, we can also use a line and a stacked column chart to show multiple values. So here we will bring visitor date. So you can see we are bringing entire date here, not any particular part of date like year, quarter, or month. We are directly bringing visitor date here. Now, in a line and clustered column chart, we have a column y-axis and we have a line y-axis. In column y-axis, we will bring total page views. So we will bring total page views, and it will automatically start showing by year, because at this moment the hierarchy set is at year level. And in line y-axis, we will bring bounce rate percentage. What is the average bounce rate percentage? And instead of sum, we will bring average. So now it is showing by year, but when you will click here to drill down the data and click here like this, so now you will be able to see by quarter. So if you will click further, you will be able to see by month. So this is sum of total page views and average bounce rate by month. So whatever you want to choose, you can select from here. Or if you will go down, you will see by day as well. So this information is very important, and that's why we can bring it like this. Let's keep it at quarter level by default. So this is report one. A lot of reports are still to be created in this part. Time intelligence will also be there. So this is not report one, I will say dashboard one. So dashboard one, basic KPIs we are focusing on. For time intelligence, like year over year analysis, same period last year analysis, we have to create a calculated date table, which we will do in the second part. So in the first part, we have kept it simple. We have created these simple KPIs. So just try from your end. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. And if you have any other type of requirement, please let us know as well. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice